So anyway, but beyond that, because we've kind of harped on that, you were saying something about some of the other books that Marvel's been putting out?
Yeah, this week, man. In this week, not counting reprints or trade paperbacks, from what we got here in our invoice, and I might be off by a couple of digits, like a couple of copies of certain things, but out of the 26 Marvel books that came out this week, not counting the 8 second and third printings of stuff that came out, not counting trade paperbacks, out of 26 of them, at least 12 were $3.99 or more.
Okay, so they were like those $4 books that we've been hinting in the past that they were going to start putting out. 12
of the 26 were $3.99 actually, and then there was 2 of them that were $4.99.
Okay.
All right. The big problem I had with that is that Deadpool #1 came out this week. $3.99. #1 issue, $3.99. I wanted to buy it because I like Paco Medina. I like his art, and I picked it up. I looked at it. I'm like, $4? You know what I was paying the extra $1 for? 10 reprinted pages of the history of Deadpool. It was only 22, the standard 22 pages of art, and then 10 pages of the backstory of Deadpool. 10 pages of reprinted stuff. So they're taking they have to pay for that extra stuff.
Right.
That's all in there. It's just the history of Deadpool.
Now, is the book going to be a $3.99 book?
No, it's just the first issue.
Just the first issue.
But again, and then the other one that came out was the new Chris Claremont Big Hero 6 miniseries, which is like a relaunch of Sunfire and the Big from 1998.
Yeah, I remember those.
First issue came out, $3.99. 22 pages of standard art, 10 pages of reprinted stuff in the back.
So you're paying basically for material that's already out there.
Yeah, and what's to stop people with the internet nowadays, like, oh, Deadpool #1, it's like they can just wiki it.
Right, if you don't know anything about Deadpool, right.
Like Marvel's like, well, we need to catch people up on the history of Deadpool. You know what? If they really wanted to know, they have a fucking computer, they go on Wikipedia and get it for free.
And then, on top of that, let's face it, the folks who are going to buy Deadpool are the folks who've always read Deadpool, and they're going to know who Deadpool is.
Exactly.
And if you're really concerned about readers not knowing who this character is, then you write it for the first-time reader, so that way they can come into this fresh and new and not have to get a whole history lesson on the character.
Exactly. And then the other 2 books, that other Chris Claremont miniseries, the Gen Next, there's a 5-issue miniseries. #5, the last issue came out, $3.99, 22 pages of standard art. And you know what they reprinted in the back? See, I'm not reading that shitty series, so I don't know if this has to do, but I don't think it does. The old Mike Mignola Wolverine story from What The? It was like a 10-page. Do you remember that?
No.
Well,
wow.
Exactly. It was a What The?
Yeah.
So obviously it's not a continuity. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's Mike Mignola, but why is that in the back of Gen Next? Why does that take up 10 pages?
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I mean, I
mean, is Gen Next supposed to be like a tongue-in-cheek book? I don't know, because I refuse to read it.
Yeah.
But, again, 22 pages of standard art, and in all 5 of the miniseries issues, they all had 10 pages of reprint stuff in the back, with only 22 pages of standard art for $4.
Okay, so Marvel Editorial, here's the thing. I know you guys get together and you think this is a really good idea to put these books together and put all this reprint material in the back thinking you're giving us extra value. Here's the thing. Extra value is when you give it to us for the standard price. When you charge us more for it, you're not giving us additional value or extra value. You're
ripping us off.
You're ripping us off.
You're fucking us in the ass for the extra $1. That's exactly what you're doing. And I didn't buy Deadpool #1 specifically because I'm like, you know what? I'm not paying $4 for that. I refuse to. I wanted to get it, and it just, no, I'm not doing it. Forget it. Now, on the flip side,
because not all companies pull this stuff.
No, not all companies. Well, the other thing, there's a Wolverine one-shot that came out this week. Mm-hmm. It was a double-sized issue, and it had no reprinted stuff in it. $5, $4.99. So when they do actually give you more content, they charge you more for it. It should be $3.99. See, that's the problem. The stuff with the reprinted stuff should be $2.99 because you're not paying anybody extra to put that stuff together.
Right.
Right? The stuff that's double-sized, and you're giving us more pages of the actual art and story, those should be $3.99, not $4.99. What am I getting for? Oh, Marvel decided to actually fill this whole thing up with new stuff, so I'm going to pay another $1. And DC this week came out with two $3.99 books. Final Crisis Revelations number 2, or Final Crisis Revelations number 2, and World of Warcraft, what is it? Ashbringer number 1. All right, those are both $3.99 cardstock covers, 30 pages of art, no reprinted shit in it. So the only two $3.99 books that actually came out from DC this week had more content in it, and that's why you're paying the extra $1.
More new content, more
new
original
content.
content.
Yeah, the whole book. It takes
Right.
up the whole book. The
Right.
whole book is the whole story is
Right.
30 pages.
Right. So we're not dumb. We can tell that you're thinking, Marvel, that, hey, you know, if we put all this reprint stuff in the back, we can fill the book, we have more pages, and then on top of it, you know, we can charge more. And it's like friggin' Bendis. I'm sorry, Brian, Mr. Bendis. You do the same thing with your friggin' Newsarama. He does it with his Newsarama interviews he puts in the back in his letters column, and you're charging more for it.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that you can find on the internet or get elsewhere. I'm sorry. Maybe someone will disagree with me, but that's just, I don't think that's cool.
No, I don't think it's cool either. It's ridiculous. And Marvel's been slowly doing this for years. And we brought it up every once in a while because the trade paperback costs are going up too.
Yeah, trade paperbacks, it all actually costs more now
to buy the trade than the individual issues. Because the Ultimate Power trade came out this week that collected the 9-issue miniseries, and it's $30.
$30 for 9 issues.
This
9
was
issues
$3.
at $3 a bit. It would have been $27. $27. So if you were better off buying all the individual issues than buying the trade. Did the trade have any extra stuff in the back?
We sold a lot of it. We only got a couple of them in. I didn't get to look through the whole thing.
Well, would you think?
But the World War Hulk one didn't have any extra stuff in it.
Yeah.
It was the 5-issue miniseries, $25, $3, or it was $4. That one was $4
right.
issue, so that came out to $20. You're paying $5 more, and there's nothing new extra in that.
All right.
I mean, and it's slowly getting to the point where comics are just $2.99 is the threshold. I'm sorry, you cannot make them $3.99.
It's like the price of gas. I mean, people are not driving that much now because they're done paying over $4 a gallon for a gallon of gas. It's going to get to a point where we're not going to pay $4 a comic book, and readership's going to drop because of it.
Mm-hmm. If it's not already.
All right. Hey guys, editorial. I don't know if anyone really listens to this. You can either acknowledge it or ignore it, or you can fall back on what I know are rationalizations of bottom lines and saying, well, this is how much a price of paper costs and so on and so forth. You know what?
But there's only one company out there abusing
only one company that does it, right. Dark Horse isn't doing it.
Nope.
DC's not doing it. A lot of other companies are doing things, and they do not lead the industry in product sales. So tell me the rationale there.
I mean, if you go that way, I mean, back in the 90s, what was the one company? I know DC had something to do with it too, but who was the one company who just abused the chromium covers and the variant covers? It was Marvel back in the day. Shitty art on the inside, shitty story, 15 different covers.
Yeah.
And, that really did help just ruin
the industry. They're kind of back to doing it.
And now they're back to doing it. Now they're the ones who reintroduced variant covers to everything. Now they're charging more money for the shitty content of comics. It's just getting ridiculous. And I really hope someday comic people are just going to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you in your, your greedy politics and your bottom lines, because fuck it. It's just ridiculous.
Well, I don't know.
Because what do we do in this country when we got sick of paying $4 gas? We're finally looking into renewable energies and trying to get the cost of that stuff down. And I think the same thing might happen with comics. People are just going to refuse to pay it.
Well, then Marvel will think about digital. Meh.
No, they can go digital. That's fine.
Yeah. Guys, I love Marvel Comics. I love you guys, but you're killing me here. You're killing me. We'll see you in the next segment.